New this morning, you can travel through time underneath the Indianapolis city markets. Indiana Landmarks occasionally offers guided tours of the catacombs underneath our feet. News 8's Aaliyah Hodges went to one yesterday. We gotta know, how did it go, Aaliyah? Were you scared, excited?
Brenna, I honestly did not know what to expect. I mean, it's like a basement, what's now known as the catacombs. You know, we drive by City Market and we don't really know what exists beneath. Take a look. The catacombs may look like it contains crypts and bones, but rather rows of brick archways made of limestone. You might be wondering, how did it come about? And why does it look creepy inside and out? In 1886, there were two public buildings on Market Street. City Market, filled with vendors, and was downtown's only grocery store at the time, a thriving part of the community.
City Market really started as a place for residents from outlying areas who had farms to come in and bring their produce in and feed the urban population.
The second building was Tomlinson Hall, just next door.
It had the vendor space on the first floor, and then the second floor was this really large space that could hold about 4,200 people, and I like to think of it as the convention center before we really had one.
But Tomlinson Hall burned down in January of 1958, leaving tons of rubble in its place. Crews removed the remains of the building later that year. The bottom floor, however, is still intact. The name Catacombs came to life.
In the 1970s, there was a project proposed to adaptively reuse this space, and they gave that the formal name of the Catacombs, and it's sort of stuck.
The front of the church collapsed onto the sidewalk.
What was a hidden space to the public is no longer a secret. Although the floor was originally used as a storage space, its purpose remains a mystery.
We did have a gentleman that came on one of our earliest catacombs tours back in 2012, and his parents had been vendors at City Market, and he remembered going down and eating lunch down there because it was quiet.
The dark layer now serves as an event space rented out for parties, gatherings, even weddings. The Catacombs is one of the many hidden gems lying underneath Indy's history.
The most important thing, I think, is that it's still alive. It's not just a historic structure, it's one that is still making history today.
So if you're wondering how the fire started at Tomlinson Hall, well, Indiana Landmarks says a pigeon picked up a cigarette and dropped it over the building. Can you believe that?
One eyebrow way up. A pigeon picking up a cigarette? Where on earth did that come from?
Brenna, they say it was a theory, but city officials just adopted as the official cause of the fire. So that's what they're going with.
All right. Well, hey, it's in the history books, right? Okay, so for folks who are sitting at home going, okay, A, I didn't know this existed, or B, I did know this existed, didn't know they have tours. When can people go check it out for themselves?
Okay, so the next tour is August 7th, starting at 10 a.m. Tickets cost up to $12. We'll have that information on our website this morning.
I think there's a couple people in the newsroom who are already thinking of signing up. Aaliyah, thank you for the show and tell. It's a lot of fun.